BT Sport wins exclusive Champions League rights in huge £900 million deal from Saturday, November 9th, 2013. BT Sport has won exclusive rights to screen Champions League and Europa League football from 2015. The broadcaster paid £898 million for a 3-year deal to show all 350 matches from both of Europe's top club tournaments. It comes as another body blow for sports fans with only free-to-air channels. ITV currently only free-to-air channels. ITV currently shows big matches involving British sides, plus the tournament's latter stages, with the rest of the matches on Sky Sports. While BT Sport is currently free to the company's broadband subscribers, industry insiders expect that to change when the Champions League deal begins. In a bid to stem discontent, BT said they will show each British team free, even to non-subscribers, at least once per season, along with both the Champions League and Europa League finals. However, this is less than ITV, which shows 18 live Champions League matches a season. Europa League coverage is spread across several channels, including BT Sport, but games are also shown on Freeview channels ITV4 and 5 and Channel 5. It leaves a dearth of free-to-air football on TV. ITV screens England's home matches, and the BBC will share FA Cup rights from next season. The World Cup and European Championships enjoy crown jewel status, which means they must be shown live on free TV. BT Chief Executive Gavin Patterson said, BT Sport has got off to a strong start with customers enjoying what we have to offer. We have attracted millions of customers by giving sport back to the fans, and we can assure people who want to catch all the action that European football will be far more accessible and affordable with BT. The news comes as a major boost to the broadcaster's bid to end Sky's dominance of Britain's pay TV market. It began screening Premier League matches in August, though it has struggled to win viewers for all sports. Another TV deal, SPFL, Scottish football, will be screened live to up to 60 million television viewers in China as part of a long-term deal which is expected to bring in £2 million a year to clubs from Monday, November 4th, 2013. So this came whilst actually we were supposed to be on air last week. The Scottish Professional Football League has announced a broadcast deal with Chinese partner PP Live TV, which is part of a wider 10-year, £20 million international deal with sports media firm MP and Silver. SPFL chief Neil Doncaster was joined in Beijing with Scottish First Minister Alex Salmond and Celtic chief executive Peter Lawwell to announce the deal. A total of 58 SPFL matches will be screened live in China as part of the online station's European football selection, which also includes Spanish and English games. Doncaster said, this is a brilliant result for Scottish football and the Scottish Professional Football League. This deal will showcase the Scottish game to up to 60 million people across China and opens up a huge marketplace in the world's fastest growing economy. We want to build on this opportunity not only in China but across other significant global markets, and discussions with several potential partners are ongoing. Now, you know what? Very interesting. Two completely different deals there for completely different amounts. You can see the disparity in those deals already. I mean, what? 20 million international deal with Scottish football being shown in China compared to £898 million on the Champions League. All right, justifiable to an extent, but it just shows money talks when it comes to TV. Because I love the fact that BT, who is it? BT chief executive Gavin Patterson said about, we have attracted millions of customers by giving sport back to the fans. So yeah, you talk about giving sport back to the fans, but then with this pay-per-view model, you're actually taking it away from a lot more fans, and especially when apparently that changeover is expected to happen in terms of, if you're a BT broadband customer now, you probably won't get the Champions League football for free next season. So you probably won't get BT Sport and that free next season. So it's kind of like, wait, hold on a minute. You're actually kind of mocking. But for me, the SPFL deal is brilliant for Scottish football because it gives it a bit more visibility. But the BT Sport deal with the Champions League, for me, it's mockage. Because at the end of the day, there's going to be a lot of people who are already having to tighten their belts and can't afford another subscription. So it's one of them ones. I personally see it as, at the end of the day, they're just I think they're just shafting more people. I think it's always the fans who will get the shaft in this kind of deal, always, because these companies, and they are companies, they're businesses, and they're looking to get as much money as they can out of it. So I think it's one of them. I think the fans are getting the shaft again. I think so. But Gezzie, Fizzle, what do you reckon before we throw it out to our Skypers?
Well, I have to say this before the Skypers jump in. I have to say, I really don't know a time when fans haven't been the ones that, suffer the most. So, I can't disagree with you there. But at the same time, I also think, especially for the Scottish Premier League, I think it's a fantastic deal that they have to bring. Is that same deal sees a lot more Chinese players in the Scottish Premier League, because the Chinese fans are going to want to have a reason to watch. So unless there's an influx of Chinese players into the Scottish Premier League, it doesn't really work for me.
Yeah, it's an interesting point, actually, because it's one of them ones where, I mean, at the end of the day, you look at the English Premier League, the amount of nationalities that watch the English Premier League. There's a lot of, even with the Americans, there's American players who have come through the Premier League. You've got guys like Friedel, Dempsey previously. So you've had those kind of an at least partial influx of those players going back even further, Casey Keller. So you've had some of those players coming in. So it might open up Scotland transfer-wise. I mean, obviously they're looking at it in terms of how much money can we earn, because it's the fastest, because China's one of the fastest growing economies, if not the fastest in the world. So they're looking at it in terms of money, but transfers, as you said, Gezzie, it could open up a new world. A whole new world could be opened up for Scottish football. And I'm not even going to drop where I got that reference from. But, I mean, Ross Vernon, did you want to jump in on this?
Yes, I do. We've got Sky Sports already in our house, and I pay the additional money for BT Sports. But if it wasn't for me paying the additional money, we wouldn't have BT Sports. So I would have to, from 2015-16, have to find internet links, like most people do at the moment, to watch them online.
Not that we don't advocate that, by the way. It's one of them ones. We don't advocate watching online streams. Just want to say, as Pitch Talk, we don't advocate. We don't advocate piracy of any sort. Just want to say that. That's the disclaimer for us. Sorry, Ross, but you were saying.
But if people have got Sky already and hasn't got BT Sport, if they want to, once they get from 2015 season, if they want to get rid of Sky and fetching Virgin Media, because on Virgin Media, I don't know if you know this, Liam, they have BT Sport as part of their package on Virgin Media, so they give BT Sport channels and ESPN for free on there. When you get Virgin Media in, and all you have to do is just pay for Sky Sports if you want to watch like Premier League on there, and for the Football League on Sky Sports. But you've got BT Sport free already for your Champions League and Europa League games. But for them like who's got Freeview, who can't afford Sky, they'll have to, at the moment, when they're on Sky, they have to go to the pubs. The more money spending out going to pubs to watch matches, when ITV lose rights and Sky lose rights for both Champions League and Europa League matches. So if I was UEFA, I'd say BT could have half the matches, ITV have, and either ITV or Sky Sports have half the match, and ITV have half the matches, like they're doing now with Sky Sports and ITV. So they're splitting in between both channels.
But then the thing is, it's about the money. This is what it comes down to. It's all about the money. It's all, or some would say, it's all about the Benjamins. baby. But it's one of them. It's all about the money. That's what it's about. Because at the end of the day, even Platini has said recently. He's actually said recently that, hey, it's one of them ones. The World Cup and European Championships might have crown jewel status now, but in future we might look at changing that. So the fact of the matter is, stuff might change. I mean, Virgin Media might be offering stuff now, and I've got Virgin Media broadband. It's a case of, as considering how things are now, they're still open to change. They are still very much open to change. And the fact is, if BT are looking to change their packages to say, right, you ain't getting Champions League football free, you ain't getting BT Sport period free anymore, then Virgin are going to have to charge a bit. They're going to have to charge a bit more. So they might not be able to offer that stuff for free that they do now. So the mood will change. And it will change because of the almighty pound. And everyone's trying to make that bit more money. That's the way I see it. That is the way I see it. So, I don't know, man. I think the landscape has changed in the last few years. And BT Sport have kind of come out of nowhere and just started chucking money to compete with Sky. And it's like, well, ITV are getting priced out. BBC don't even bother going for that because that's taxpayers' money and that's a whole quagmire in itself. So they can't be kind of blowing money. They can't be blowing money like that. But it's one of them was football's big business. Football's big business. I hope the SPFL deal does well for Scotland, by the way.